Have you ever opened your phone to check one message and looked up 20 minutes later wondering where the time went? Or bought something because it was marked limited time, even though you never planned to buy it in the first place? These moments can feel like personal failures, but often they are something more interesting: your brain using shortcuts. Your mind is constantly trying to make fast decisions with incomplete information. Most of the time, that helps you function. But the same shortcuts can quietly distort what you notice, what you remember, and what you believe. Today, let's look at 5 ways your brain can trick you and what you can do about it. First, the availability bias. Your brain estimates how likely something is by asking, how easily can I remember an example? If a story is vivid, recent, or emotionally intense, it feels more common than it may actually be. That is why one dramatic news report can make a rare danger feel like an everyday threat. It is also why a single bad experience with a restaurant, a flight, or a stranger can dominate your opinion of an entire category. The lesson is simple. Memorable does not always mean typical. When something feels extremely likely, pause and ask, am I judging the world or just the examples that came to mind first? Second, confirmation bias. Once you form an opinion, your brain becomes especially good at finding evidence that supports it. Contradictory information may feel irrelevant, exaggerated, or suspicious. This can happen with politics, relationships, health claims, and even your opinion of yourself. If you believe you are bad with money, every unnecessary purchase becomes proof. The purchases you avoided may disappear from the story. A useful countermeasure is to deliberately ask, what evidence would change my mind? If the honest answer is nothing, you may be defending an identity rather than testing an idea. Third, anchoring. The first number or idea you encounter can influence your later judgment, even when that first piece of information is arbitrary. A jacket priced at $300 may make a $100 jacket feel like a bargain. A salary offer can become the reference point for an entire negotiation. A first impression can color every interaction that follows. Before accepting an anchor, create your own estimate. Decide what something is worth before another person or a screen decides for you. Fourth, loss aversion. People often react more strongly to losing something than to gaining something of equal value. The fear of losing $50 can feel heavier than the excitement of finding $50. This is why people stay in bad subscriptions, failing projects, or unhealthy situations. Walking away can feel like admitting the earlier investment was wasted. But the money, time, or effort already spent cannot be recovered by making the next decision worse. Ask yourself, if I did not already own this, choose this, or invest in this, would I start today? Finally, your memory is not a video recording. Remembering is a reconstruction. Your brain stores pieces of an experience, then rebuilds the scene later. New information, emotion, and other people's stories can influence what feels like an original memory. That does not mean every memory is false. It means confidence and accuracy are not always the same thing. When an important disagreement depends on a detail from long ago, curiosity is often wiser than absolute certainty. So, is your brain working against you? Not exactly. These shortcuts evolved because fast thinking is useful. They help you recognize patterns, conserve effort, and act quickly. The problem begins when a shortcut is used in a situation that requires slow, deliberate thought. You do not need to distrust every decision. You only need to recognize the moments that deserve a second look. Decisions involving strong emotion, money, identity, risk, or irreversible consequences. Take a breath. Name the possible bias. Look for disconfirming evidence. And when possible, wait before you act. The goal is not to become perfectly rational. The goal is to become slightly harder to fool, including by the most persuasive storyteller you will ever meet, your own mind. If this video changed the way you see your everyday decisions, share it with someone who loves psychology, and subscribe for more ideas that make ordinary life a little easier to understand.